the people that are most at risk for emotional burnout are the ones that care for others. They're the ones that are um, listening to people. They're the ones that are solving problems. They're the ones that are supporting everybody. Maybe they're taking care of a loved one, or maybe they're a nurse or care support worker, or caring for somebody in need. Whatever it is, usually they're the person that is caring for others and not taking the time for themselves to re-energize, to emotionally process things properly, and to fill up their tank again, really. And if that sounds like you, if you're feeling a little bit drained, a little bit overwhelmed, a little bit emotionally exhausted, you could be emotionally exhausted and burnt out. I did talk a little bit about high functioning burnout, and I did experience high functioning burnout as a very high functioning burnout, a high functioning person. And so I also experienced, just an extreme amount of stress at work, and that also helped contribute to some of my burnout. But I think somebody that is experiencing emotional burnout is a little bit different than what I experienced. And I want to speak about this because I've seen a few friends that I have that are close to me that have maybe been caring for a sick parent, or I have aging parents right now, and so I'm starting to see, just how demanding aging parents can be. And I love my parents, and my mother-in-law, my father-in-law passed away about a year and a half ago. But that is a different season of life, or maybe you're in a season of life where you have a child that is ill. And I've had friends that have had children that are ill, or experiencing, cancer or whatever it is. And that can emotionally drain you. And I think a lot of people don't talk about emotional burnout the same with other burnouts, is it's all kind of lumped together as one sort of thing. And it's really not. I think emotional burnout is similar in some ways, where you're still showing up, you're pushing yourself to do stuff, you're giving yourself a checklist, but emotionally you have lost your drive. And I think that that is a little bit different than, say, high functioning burnout, where you're still pushing through, but physically you're exhausted. So I think that they can be combined, but I think that they also can be very different. And I just want to say to somebody, if you're feeling that way, don't be hard on yourself. I think it's good to recognize it, and it's good to talk about it, and it's good to learn who you are and set up maybe some boundaries. And I think, just a few things, like if your patience is shorter than what it normally is, or maybe you're just not feeling like you have your drive or your energy that you used to, or maybe you're short with people and you're not normally short with people, or you're just what used to bring you a lot of joy in doing for caretaking for somebody or helping somebody, maybe that joy just isn't there anymore. I think that those are just some simple signs that you can see that could mean that you're potentially emotionally burning out. And maybe you feel obligated. I think a lot of people that do that, that are caring for others, feel obligated. They feel obligated to care for the person, or they feel obligated to help, or maybe they're in a career that requires that, like being a nurse. That is a high burnout career, and I think a lot of people just don't take the time to care for themselves. And I would just say you need to stop and look at that. And I do also notice is that when people are starting to burn out, whether it's physically, emotionally, whether it's stress induced, what usually happens is people pull back on doing healthy things. Like they don't eat properly, they start eating fast food, they don't cook, they don't eat nutritionally dense food. And those are all things that will actually contribute to the burnout, to the stress, and a more unhealthy lifestyle, because you're looking for quick ways to eat, quick ways to fill yourself, or to get calories into you or nutrition into you, and you just aren't taking care of yourself in a more holistic way. And so I would say, if that's starting to sound like you, first thing is recognizing it is key. Second of all is try to start setting up some healthy boundaries between you and others, or not feeling like you have to make every decision, or you have to be a part of every decision, or that everything is on you. Because a lot of times people will carry stuff that they don't really need to carry, or they'll have burdens that they don't really need to have upon them. And I remember a few years ago, actually it's probably a year and a half ago, when my father-in-law passed away. Not that we were worried about that. We were worried about a lot of other stuff. And one of our friends whose father passed away said to us, you know what, I was worried about it. And then when my dad went into a home, I just realized that I really didn't need to worry about everything that I was worried about. There were certain things that you needed to help manage for care or participate in and be involved in. But there was a lot of things that I worried about for a lot of years that I really didn't need to. And I see that maybe with other people that I know, where they're caring for somebody and maybe they need to let some of that burden go. Maybe some of that is themselves putting that upon themselves. And so if that sounds like you, I just want to encourage you to take a step back, set some healthy boundaries, recognize it, try to eat better. Try to take some supplements. Those would be huge for you to help you in your road to recovery. And I would say learn what is yours to own emotionally and give back to others what is theirs to own emotionally. And I think that that's a hard one for a lot of people. And that is probably going to sound very confusing for a lot of people. But I would just say that is something to think about. What is mine that I need to emotionally own, and what is somebody else's that they need to emotionally own? Or if you're caring for somebody, what can you really give that's realistic in the situation? Sorry, I'm sitting out on the grass and I just felt like the wind's blowing a little bit, but I also think I had a spider on me. So anyway, So yes, I just want to encourage you. If you are feeling tired, you're feeling drained, you're feeling like your cup is empty, it doesn't have to be. You can recover. You can have a healthier life. You do not have to carry other people's burdens. And so you can learn to set healthier boundaries, to be able to emotionally detach and own what is yours to own, and allow others to own what is theirs to own. Yeah, so hopefully that kind of helps you a little bit, just kind of hear a little bit about what my thoughts are between the different types of burnout. As somebody that experienced burnout, it is a topic that I want to talk more about. So hopefully that helps you. If it does, leave a comment below, like and subscribe, and I look forward to talking to you again. Take care.